Okay, I just looked over at 10 o'clock, so I will call this meeting of Sunny County Commissioners for Thursday, June 17th, 2021 to order. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. Commissioner Paradiso.
Commissioner Schuff has the prayer this morning. Thank you.
Okay. Commissioner.
Thank you. If you will, bow your heads. Dear Lord, thank you for allowing us to rise today. Thank you for the beautiful day that we have. Please give us your wisdom, your grace. Allow us to do your will as we discuss business for the county here, discuss property, finances. Please help guide us as far as your will, and always know that we have you in our hearts, and God bless and amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, Commissioner Shaw. Okay, Kylie, roll call, please.
Commissioner Kirschner,
Here.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Here.
Commissioner Schuff.
Here.
Okay, I will accept the motion to approve the digital audio video recording of the previous board session from last week, June the 10th.
So moved.
Thank you.
We have a second.
And I need to modify it. Also, the work session, June the 15th.
Yeah.
So that you modify your motion, Tyler?
Yeah. Also, along with that, attach the work session to that motion, please.
Thank you.
Okay, second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes. Okay, Stacy Wilson. I know we have some bid openings. We'll kind of interrupt as we go here to make sure those are done on a timely basis, but you can start if you will.
Just a few things. I'll have a few things under old business, but under my report, I just wanted to remind everybody again, our board schedule for June 24th and July 1st have been canceled. Also, the EMS monthly meeting that would have been for July 1st, that is canceled. So the commissioners' next meeting will be July 8th, meeting in person. Jimmy is doing his magic and is going to make sure we can still use Facebook Live and also Zoom for people to participate if they don't want to come to our office. The next EMS meeting will be August 5th. That will be held at the NCO ESC at 7 p.m. Again, it will be in person, but we are still going to be using the Facebook Live and Zoom if people want to participate and not come in person. We're hoping all the electeds come in. Anybody else is still welcome. It's an open meeting, but we wanted to be able to offer that as well. People appreciate being able to attend and be a part of the meeting, and Zoom helps people do that without having to travel. So just wanted to update on the schedule. We did get sales tax numbers in. Sales tax collected this month was $1,039,097. I think that is all I had for my report.
Okay. Much, Commissioner Paradiso, you'd like to begin today?
Sure. Really don't have a lot of new business to report on. Stacy, I want to thank you for helping us. I pop it in your office all the time, and you're I know you're swamped, so thank you. I do appreciate it. We do I don't know if we formally welcomed Jamie or not, our HR person, but she's currently housed over here in the commissioner's office. She's hit the ground running, and I encourage all those on the Zoom call, electeds, to introduce yourselves to her. We're really excited that she's here, and I'm sure you'll have an opportunity to formally meet her. But she's here and doing really well. We've had some, this is on my agenda every week. I've had several EMS meetings, had a nice meeting with Ken Majors and Danny. I thought we had some good conversation. We've went to the Hopewell meeting, Bascom meeting on Monday. I thought that was a very productive meeting, and we are moving forward out west part of the county with deploying a couple of our paid full-time EMT paramedics, and we should see some action from their board in the very near future. I know Ken and Danny are going to be working with them on the schedule. So all exciting. I'll echo what Stacy said. August 4th will be our live first in-person EMS meeting.
August 4th or 5th? August 5th?
Correct me. 5?
Yeah, I think so.
The 5th.
I stand corrected. Thank you, Commissioner.
Sorry.
Not bad for the senior commissioner. You're pretty good there.
Wow.
Yeah, just have quite a few projects, broadband, some others, but they'll be deferred till we get back in July. So that's really all I have right now. Thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Shaw.
Thank you, President Kirschner. It's been a productive week this week and even the past weekend. Yesterday, I had the honor and privilege of going over to Fostoria and being a part of their Shark Tank style panel as far as their Launch Fostoria program goes, which gives a year of free rent to the winner of that contest to help bring some life back to the downtown of Fostoria and to help an entrepreneur or small business get a good start and build up their reserves. But there were some really good pitches in there, some really good ideas. Just really humbled to have that opportunity. I can see multiple winners in this contest or multiple businesses coming out of this. So I think it'll be a good program as far as that end of the county goes. Fostoria also has their farmers market this weekend. So if you're over that way, check it out. Tiffin, they have their Cruising into Summer event tonight, which is a downtown car show in downtown Tiffin. I believe that starts at 5 o'clock. As Commissioner Paradiso kind of highlighted on, we had the work session here earlier this week. I was unable to attend in person because I was out of town, but City Council had their meeting on Monday to discuss the riverfront development. It was about a 3.5-hour meeting, but I did go back and watch that entire thing and the discussions that took place there, and that was very interesting. Also, per our conversation last week, I reached out to Andrew Johnson at the County Commissioners Association of Ohio. He's their communications coordinator. So we had discussions about the idea we discussed last week as far as having a site for local governments, for counties, cities, villages, possibly maybe setting up an easier way for contractors to get with governments, see the jobs and the bids that are needed throughout the year. But we're having ongoing discussions with that. So trying to have a one-stop shop as far as maybe obtaining more bids, governments getting a better price, and contractors and local businesses having opportunities to bid on that for the ones that don't always look at the paper. Also this weekend, Sisters in Shelters having their first annual gala on Saturday. Father's Day is coming up here Sunday, so all of you out there, hopefully make it a good day, whether it's grilling out or being by the water or whatever it is. Enjoy your parents and your fathers out there. And then once we get back in July, I'll be announcing some dates, but I'm going to set up a Seneca County sweep. So about a week ago, I was downtown just kind of cleaning up the front of the building, threw on some headphones, kind of really enjoyed it. So what I'm planning to do is go out to the different villages, Fostoria, Tiffin, once a week, head to the downtowns and just I'm going to take my broom with me, a rake, dustpan, and a couple of trash bins, but just basically go and try to sweep up some of our towns and villages here. And the other day when I did it, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I'll be getting that calendar here at our next July meeting and announce those dates as they come out. But anyone that wants to join is welcome to, and that'll be more to come on that. And that's all I have.
let's not take this too far now. We're not gonna plow snow or anything like that, are we?
No, no snow.
It's a good one.
All right. Just want to see where we're at with that. From my standpoint, Jimmy Flint reminded me that tonight at 7 o'clock, a professor from Missouri is coming to speak about historic figure connections to our town. And the public is welcome at 7 p.m. this evening at the Sunday County Museum. And the person will be a surprise, but the professor is going to talk about figures related to Seneca County. So I'm sure that would be an evening well spent. Also this evening is the engineers meeting of the Township Association. This will be the first time that association has gotten together in person due to COVID for a couple of years, or at least a year and a half. So we'll be attending that as well out in Betsville. Stacy, I'm sure that the sheriff's situation is in your old business to discuss.
Yes,
Okay, very good. The building committee has met. We're talking about the status of current buildings downtown. Specifically, we continue to discuss options, and we'll have something to present in the near future, but that's an ongoing committee, and my thanks to all those folks who participate in that. So that is my report for this week. We've got a few minutes until first bid opening, so let's start on some old business. Stacy, what do you have?
okay. Well, I'll start with, Julie wanted me to do a little bit of clarification on the premium pay. It can never be just that easy. So I put together just a little verbiage based off the conversations we had last week, just basically authorizing the premium payment for all county employees under the budgeting authority of the Seneca County Commissioners. They did have a question. Apparently we do have one intern that when we listed it last week, we kind of listed full-time, part-time, and intermittent. We do have one intern that is paid for by the county, and we have 7 seasonal, which is usually mowers during summer. And the auditor's office asked if those were included. I said I would verify, but I thought you guys were pretty clear is that, this is just for current employees, and everybody that's working here has dealt with COVID at some form or fashion. So, but I just want to clarify, make sure you guys are okay with that. We have 7 seasonal and 1 intern.
Yeah, I mean, I think our intention is if they were working here last year and they are still working here as of today.
As of current employees, as of June 10th, not last year. As
Okay.
of current employees.
What I mean is if they have been here or are here now, and they're still here as of June 10th, then they would qualify, I think, no matter what the category. If not, they don't qualify. That was our intent.
Okay. That's what I thought, but she wanted me to make sure it's clear, so I will make sure that gets added. So sticking on the ARP for a second, I talked to EMS and EMA. Some of the requests that we got in, which we haven't got into detail on some of the ARP requests, but one of the requests was from EMA and EMS for vehicles, trucks, basically, along with a trailer to be able to transport PPE. It was under the requirements. Other counties were doing it. I know we were going to set priority in some of these before approving them. Ken called me yesterday, and following the state term contract, orders have to be in by the 18th. Now, if you decide you still want to wait and set some of these as priority, we can do that, but I wanted to just bring it up. We still don't know when they will be able to be made and come in, but the state term pricing does indicate that orders have to be put in by the 18th. The trucks are approximately 55,000, and that's all equipped. And the trailer, I think was, let me find that quick. Request. Quotes. Trailer, approximately 9,000. He's gotten 3 different bids, so
This is personal protection equipment.
the trucks will allow, and the trailer to allow for delivery of the PPEs. You know, our current public safety building is full. The current truck that we use, that John Spar has, is, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like a 1998 truck. Ken uses their Echo unit truck, which has about 90,000 miles on it. So this was going to be a request out of the original CARES money that would have been allowable, but because of the deadline they initially put on us of December 31st, the trucks could not be available. That was one we would have approved last year, but we just couldn't get it by the December 30th date. So we did not do that.
How much need is there to deliver PPE equipment at this point?
It just depends. It's just ongoing.
I mean, it just seems to me that it's almost like a little bit of closing the barn door after the horse is out here. I mean, I know there could be another situation, but it's $100,000 to deliver equipment with a truck and a trailer.
And it's still, I mean, they will use it obviously for things other than the PPE. And public safety equipment is allowable under the America Rescue Plan. So it will not just be used for PPE, but obviously that would be a big thing that the trailers would be used for. The EMS and the EMA vehicle will be used for obviously other things. One will be replacing our Echo unit.
Okay.
So
I just think-
does John Spark, would he be able to drive this then and flop his vehicle out, or no? Ken, would this be sitting there instead of you and John using your vehicles whenever you do anything other than what you and John would do personally? You would take this truck? Is that what you're trying to
Right.
do?
We would be able to utilize the EMA truck and trailer for other PPE uses as well, like hazmat equipment that needs to be delivered or moved around the county depending on the incident that occurs. The EMS vehicle that we're ordering is a replacement for the current Echo, and we were going to order that last year. As Stacy said, we were going to order that last year, and we were unable to procure a truck because Ford, Chevy, and Dodge were unable to deliver one at the time constraints. And then when we were reviewing the STS contract pricing, we determined that the order date cutoff is tomorrow, which kind of put us under the gun. And I asked Stacy if we could get this approved, because if we don't, we're not really sure when we're going to be able to take delivery of a new truck. It may not be till late in 22, and it's looking more like it will be late in 22. And I'm not sure it's a supply and demand issue, obviously. And we're just trying to get this trailer so that we can remove all the PPE that's here and put it into a more long-term suitable storage, as well as be able to utilize it in the future for things like PPE and other pandemic events or endemic events, and also in hazmat situations or other situations we need to remove equipment from this building for EMA or EMS.
So just a follow-up question, kind of, as Commissioner Kirschner was talking, I was hearing your comments, Stacy, as we're going to buy a truck and a trailer and we're going to deliver, mask and gloves, and that's it, kind of thing. I mean, that's kind of how it sounded. But
Sorry.
if we could split this up, let's just talk about the trailer. We discarded our hazmat trailer. Did I hear you? Is the trailer 9,000? what was the trailer price?
Yes. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, at this moment, it's about $9,000, 9,000 or 9,200. But their advice was get it ordered soon because they've been changing the prices. They've been going up weekly
Yeah.
on building them. So that's why we're.
So I have no problem, Commissioner Kirschner, with, if we could talk about both of these separate. So I have no problem with the trailer. We don't have a trailer.
Correct.
Right?
That's right.
And I can see, because we've got rid of the old one, and I could see the need for a trailer at EMA and slash EMS. So for that pricing, do we want to talk about both these separately?
And yeah, right after the discussion, I don't really have a problem with the truck either.
Yeah, I'm just that.
It's multi-use, and we were trying to do it at the end of this year. I didn't really have it in context, so.
I didn't either, actually, Mike. I thought I was thinking like you were at first, frankly.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I would accept a motion to approve both of those items it would be up to 100,000, Stacy, is that where we're at?
I think each vehicle is about 55,000 and the trailers are about, John, 9,500.
Yeah.
You got 120, up to 125,000?
Yes.
this ARP money?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that your motion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, very good.
We purchase these and with the ARP money.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, any additional discussion? Hearing none. Kylie?
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes. Okay, so now we ought to start the bid opening, Stacy, because I think these will flow. We had one scheduled for 10:15, and then we'll go right into the one at 10:30, or the two, I guess, at 10:30. So if you wish, go ahead and start that process.
Kylie, do I have any more out there?
No more.
Okay.
They still have 8 minutes to 10:30 bid, so if something happens, come in, run them back if you would.
So which one is my first one? Is the,
37, resurfacing.
resurfacing. Okay, so this is Seneca County Road 47 repavement resurfacing in Seneca and Hopewell Townships. The engineer's estimate for this project is $646,087. 646,087.00. My first bid is from Gherkin Paving out of Napoleon, Ohio. Their total bid amount is $655,438.32. So it's 655,438.32. The second bid is from M&B Asphalt out of Tiffin, Ohio. Their total bid amount is $621,731.50. 621,731.50. And those are all I have for the resurfacing.
Okay,
So,
all right, so it's too early. The other ones are at 10:30, so we'll have
Yep.
to wait for that nothing else comes in. So why don't you begin down the road with the new business? And
Yeah, I got one more for old business, and that would be the sheriff's request. Just
okay.
following up from our work session. Let me see if I can share my screen. Okay, so obviously what you have here is what the initial request had come in as. And I don't know if you guys want to kind of go over again what work session, since we didn't make any decision on work session. But it was kind of sounded like you were in favor of moving forward with at least the corrections side of the expenses, you know, in tying it to revenue that has been discussed from the new contract for ICE. But I'll let you guys discuss it. If there's anything specific you wanted to touch on, some of these obviously I'll remove.
Okay, well, my thoughts here are, and I'll let the other two go from my comments, from 141,795.69, which is 5 new correction officers and 1 RN. From that point south, from that point to the bottom, I am okay with everything except the log system, the LEFTA software, which is 15,000, I think, which is half a year, because I think that ties into the other software that we're going to need to discuss later. But all the items below that line from the 141,795.69, I'm okay with. Then I think we need to take, that's a big chunk. The recurring there is obviously the biggest recurring is the salaries for the new hires. And therefore we need to have some indication that income is going to increase significantly on the correction side to know that we can support that for 2022. Because when we go into budget commission on 2022, they're going to want to, before they certify anything, they're going to want to have some history of actual income being generated by that area. So we're kind of doing this on the hope and that income is generated from the ICE prisoners. As far as the new deputies and the items for the road crew, I just think we need to take a deep breath, get the corrections in place, hire folks as needed. I know the sheriff's concerned that if he doesn't get them hired soon, he won't have them trained until the first of the year. But right now, this is a huge chunk that we're biting off. Some of it is recurring. And again, I don't want to put ourselves in a position where we may have to ask other county departments to trim back their budgets because we've increased the sheriff's budget so much. Right now, using all these, as Stacy has indicated, and I think that we've determined pretty closely, the recurring items, if we add everything together, would amount to a $1.6 million increase on an annual basis. We're keeping in mind that our budget certification this year is 18 million. That is just a tad over 18 million. That's a significant percentage of the budget. Also keep in mind that our Seneca County Sheriff's budget, including corrections, this year is in the range of 5.7. Adding 1.6 to that would obviously mean 7.3, which is about a 28% increase. And again, you know, a big bite out of the apple. So again, we're committed to the sheriff and we're committed to safety for our citizens. But I don't know that we can pile everything on at once until we take a deep breath and understand what our income is going to be and understand the fiscal aspect of the decision-making process here to make certain that we don't put ourselves behind the 8 ball. So I'll be quiet. I'll let the other two have a discussion here.
Yeah, President Kirshner, I think you nailed it on the head. we're taking a lot of big bites out of the apple. As far as future commissioners go, we don't want to have their hands completely tied either, but I think I agree with you 100% on what you said. We support the sheriff, we support safety services, and hopefully this is a move in the right step to getting the jail and everything where it needs to be. But everything you highlighted on pretty much nailed it on the head. Thank you.
Yeah. I concur with Commissioner Kirschner. Chuck, we've had this open discussion several times. We talked about this in the work session. I'm not sure we could approve it even if we want to, given the fact that we can't spend any more money than we have. So, we need a certification of a number, and then we have to work within that. So I've said this before, I'll just end it with, I'm looking at this as 4 or 5 buckets of money for the sheriff. One was capital improvements. He did and needed, he had, and he needs a multitude of capital improvements out there. And we are accommodating him either out of the general fund or with supporting grants. So that bucket we are addressing. We bought 4 new vehicles for him, and so we appreciate being able to do that. Number 2, the contract for the corrections is up. It's a 3-year contract. That's going to have a long-term increase in the back. We want to take care of our corrections people. We want to be competitive. We want to reward them for their hard work. And so it's a perfect storm. That's going on right now, and we're in the final stages of that. Our ICE revenue is cut in half, and to get it back, we have to double down and hire 5 more people along with an RN so that we can be compliant, in hopes that we will get enough inmates at a price that's different than what we're getting now per day to help pay for it. We're willing to support that. We feel the sheriff has a good plan to get that done. But this is front end loaded as far as commitment from the county. We're putting a lot of money and trust out, and I agree with Commissioner Kirschner. We just have to sort this out and let everything level out and see what kind of income and progress and momentum we have before we go to the 4th bucket, which is in sheriff's terms, the road personnel. I appreciate everything he's doing, but that's where we're at. I think I just echo Commissioner Kirschner and summarizing it in maybe my simple way. But so I'm okay with, I'll make a motion if we need one, Commissioner, to approve the items that you referenced on our spreadsheet. Stacy,
This would be the new total, taking out the roadside, taking out the contract services, the software licensing. So the new total between salaries, equipment, contract services, uniform, travel, training, Medicare PRS is $210,771.38.
so I'll make a motion at this time that we approve what Stacy just highlighted. So I'll pause to, and we're looking for a second.
I'd like to second Commissioner Paradiso's motion.
Okay, thank you. The additional discussion I would have is just to quantify what Commissioner Paradiso talked about as far as looking at the salaries of the people in corrections. There's going to be a adjustment of somewhere between $300,000 and $400,000 to get them to somewhere of a medium level that we've also already discussed and approved. And we are not taking off the table the request that the sheriff is making regarding road deputies, et cetera. We're just asking for a wait and see from a fiscal standpoint to see how much we can actually generate at the corrections facility. And please remember, for the public's knowledge, Stacy, the sheriff, we talk about a $5.7 million budget, but I think the sheriff's office, as it relates to road patrols, et cetera, I'm doing this from memory, is about somewhere about $3 million. And the corrections facility is somewhere in the $2.7 million range.
Yeah, way.
Or somewhere like that. So he does have a huge number to manage in the corrections facility, which is different than a whole lot of counties there. And that's, I think that's what causes us a little heartburn. And that's what causes us having to basically manage what amounts to two major entities, the sheriff department and safety services, and, and the detention facility itself. We're one of the few counties that actually hold ICE prisoners. So those would be my comments to add. Any other?
Just to clarify, the roadside, his budget is right now with some of the increases we had done is 2.3, and the jail side is 3.8.
Okay, thank you. I knew there was a
Other way around, yeah.
well, it's significant. I mean, the jail side is $3.8 million of a $6 million budget, right, or thereabouts.
Right.
Okay, and I got to give kudos to the sheriff and his staff. They're doing what they think needs to be done. They're asking for the things they think are necessary to protect us well. I give them every bit of credit. However, there are limits to what we're able to do financially. So we're trying to do a little bit at a time, getting them up to a level that everybody can feel comfortable with. So with that, Kylie, I guess you can do roll call, please.
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes. Okay, back to bid openings. Opportunity Center bus. Stacy would be next.
So I have one bid. It looks like the bid is for a 7-passenger, 2-wheelchair accessible van. This is from Tesco out of Oregon, Ohio. So the bid amount for this is $55,967. So 55967.00. And this is the only bid.
Okay. Thank you. And then Crossway.
Kylie, I don't have any more up there.
Nope. That's it.
Can I ask Lou a question?
Sure. He's on.
Good morning.
Morning.
Forgive me if this is a dumb question, but in your business, do you get state pricing?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay, so when we have bids here, is that because you're customizing a vehicle maybe?
Usually, yes.
Okay, so there are times when, as we do, you can just buy a cookie cutter or a custom vehicle using state pricing. Would you still bid it?
It would depend on what the modifications are, I think.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. So when you have a lot of modifications, that's when we go through this process, it seems like, right?
Yeah, usually it's because the chairs, to get the chairs removed, so there's space for and then the lift requirements.
Okay. All right, thanks. I'm just curious. So
No problem.
thank you.
Okay, so this next bid is for some crossway improvements. They've received money from the state. And because the county actually owns the building, but contracts with the state, which contracts with Oriana House, when they do capital projects, capital improvements to the building, it runs through us. So I have, I'm sure Jason can explain some of the upgrades, but the bid I have is from Telemon out of Sandusky. Yes, you're right. And so it looks like they have a general bid amount for $437,750. And it looks like there are some alternates that they added. There's an alternate 1, paint exposed structure. Add to the base bid, $3,880. There's an alternate 2, paint operable partition. The additional to base bid is $2,747. And then alternate 3, replace vinyl and operable partition, $6,591. And of course, they don't total that out. Jason, I don't know if you want to explain some of the improvements. I don't have all the details.
And Stacy, thank you. So these, we're not doing any major renovations. This is basically upgrading some of the things such as painting, flooring, bathroom fixtures, stuff that has been in place since the facilities were built, the male facility in '99 and the female facility in 2007, and have not been upgraded and have been in constant use 24/7 for all those years. So this is badly needed. We feel fortunate that we've got the funds to do this, and so it'll provide a nice upgrade for the appearance of the interior of the facilities.
Okay, so the total with the all the alternates is $450,968, 450,968.00. And this is the only one I have. So we will make sure we get this to you, Jason. I'll just scan it and email it to you, and you can get it to your architect.
Thank you.
Jason, how many square feet do you have in both facilities?
The male facility, I believe, is between 25, 27,000. The female is slightly smaller than that. I don't have the exact number. I'm going to guess somewhere in the 18 to 20,000.
Well, somewhere about 50,000 square foot of space that needs to be upgraded.
Yes.
Okay. But I mean, you talked about bathrooms and painting. Are we talking about floor coverings and those kind of things too? Ceilings?
Yeah, so part of the bids included painting the ceilings. Actually, I think that was part of an alternate. If you've been in the facility, it kind of has an intricate ceiling structure on the male side, and there's a lot of beams and things like that. But yeah, so all of the flooring, all of the carpet is original from '99, and so is the tile.
Okay, well, that's good. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hey, Jason, Commissioner Paradiso, just a quick question. Now that COVID is settling in, are you back out with some work programs?
Yeah, actually, that's a really recent development. We are 100% back to engaging in community service sites as long as we're comfortable that the sites receiving our clients have the appropriate protocols in place. The health department's been wonderful working with us. A lot of our clients are vaccinated. They come on site and vaccinate our clients. And so that privilege is limited to only our clients who are vaccinated, but fortunately we've had a good number of clients doing that.
That's good to hear. You guys do just a great job, and thanks.
Yeah, and if there are projects, I heard Commissioner Schuff talk about a street sweep, that sort of thing. Keep us in mind. Those are the types of special projects we're always looking for.
You still have the same phone number, Jason?
I do.
We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Stacy, anything else?
Not under old business.
All right, then let's go on to new business.
Okay. These may be a little out of order from what's on the agenda. We did add a few that came in at the last minute just because we weren't having board for a couple sessions. So we allowed some of the late requests coming in. So I have a request from Job and Family Services, an additional 75,000 out of their into their services for children line. This is additional funded needed in the Children's Services Fund for an additional grant received. And I have another request from Job and Family Services in their Children's Services Fund. It's their grant line, additional 500,000. This is to reimburse the Public Assistance Fund for shared costs for the first quarter. Again, these are non-general fund. I have a request. This is a request to the auditor's office for $250 for our contract services. This is in our bond. Let me see what it's actually called. Which the fund is the County Sales Tax Bond Retirement Fund. This is where we pay our Justice Center bond from. The Huntington that does the administration fees had increased it this year by $250. We didn't know that when we put the budgets in place, so she needed an additional $250. I have a request from the Sheriff's Office needing a supplemental appropriation for $18,854 in their equipment line under the Concealed Carry Fund. So this is not general fund, this is Concealed Carry Fund. This is for additional guns. This is allowable expense that wasn't taken advantage of before. I know the sheriff has now increased hours of operation for getting your concealed carry license renewal. I know it was just on Facebook. Jimmy, you might want to help me out with the days, but we used to just do it like once a week. Sheriff has changed that to pretty much all week. So that fund can handle that expense.
Is the sheriff on by chance?
I don't think so. He had a procedure done yesterday.
Gotcha, okay.
Okay, nope, I already did that one. And this is, I have a request, another request from Job and Family Services. This is in their Children's Services shared cost line, not the grant line. Additional 500,000, and this again to reimburse Public Assistance Fund for shared costs for the first quarter. I have a supplemental appropriation request from Juvenile Probate Court. Additional $1,000 in contract services under consultants for an agreement with Family and Youth Law Center to maintain statewide helpline for Seneca County residents. I think that's all the financials I have. Go back to my agenda. Okay, I have a resolution setting time, date, and place to receive sealed bids for the County Road 52 repavement widening resurfacing project, contract number 2021-4. This will be set for July 8th at 10:15 a.m. here at the Commissioner's office. And I have a resolution setting time, date, and place to receive sealed bids for the drainage project at the Seneca County Airport. This will be Thursday, July 15th at 10:30 a.m. here at the Seneca County Commissioner's Office. And then I have a resolution authorizing a sub-grant agreement with Great Lakes Community Action Partnership on behalf of Seneca County Job and Family Services. I think that is for the, they're going to be doing the administration of the TANF program for Job and Family Services. And I think that's all I had.
Okay, any questions, gentlemen, at this point? Hearing none, I will accept the motion for the new business and for the two resolutions of the authorization agreement.
So moved.
Thank you.
Yep, second.
Okay, discussion, any? Hearing none, Kylie?
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes. So we are going to go into executive session, but before then, I will open it up for questions from the public. Stacy Wilson, do we have any thoughts about any action that needs to be taken after the executive session as it relates to property acquisition?
No, I don't think so, not today.
So there wouldn't be any action probably. Okay. Okay, so it's time for public comment. Audrey, we can start with you.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, a few things from us today. First, Amy would like you all to know that tonight is Third Thursday, so they have trivia over at the East Green Amphitheater, and they have the downtown car show going on all around town, as well as various other things. So great night to come downtown. The point of that is to just get foot traffic downtown, and they're all very excited about that. So check out the car show tonight. There's also a downtown survey that our office has just released where they're trying to get input on preferences for downtown shopping and dining and that kind of thing. Is really important. It's been since 2019 since any type of survey like that has been done. That you can find that at tiffinsurvey.com, I believe, and on our website and Facebook as well. So check that out. From the rest of the team, so we announced earlier this year the Fortune 500 business outreach program. And our goal was to make 500 calls this year with the help of COACT Associates, which is a group that helps do the phone calls to make the outreach, and then they connect the businesses with us. And that was a great partnership with Department of Job and Family Services that Carol Kern helped us obtain a grant to fund that program. So we were able to announce yesterday that we have cleared that 500 mark, and the record before that for business outreach was 322. So we have surpassed that record and made our goal for the year already, and we still are making lots of calls and going for. So we're really excited about that. We love getting to reach out to all the businesses that way. One more thing would be, since last week we have put our annual report online, and we also have physical printed copies now. So we're trying to distribute those to members and stakeholders as best we can. Hey, Tony's got it. Yeah. So if you have one of those water bottles with the logo on it, you can scan that little QR code and it'll take you to our annual report. And you can also find that online. And we did it in a flip book format this year. So you can basically flip through it, on your computer screen. So it's, nice to read that way. But you can also pick up a physical copy here. And that goes for everyone, not just our, commissioners partners, anyone in the public's welcome to pick one up as well. And we have had a few people do that. There's a lot of great information in there. It's a lot longer of a report this year with a lot of detail on kind of what we do and the data and statistics on how that was going over the past year. So very exciting there. Last thing that I wanted to mention was David and I just sent some information your way to the commissioners about another idea we would like to propose to you all as far as the ARPA funding for how to support the villages in the rural areas. So some planning opportunities that we think might be a good way to fit in with that. So David just sent you that email this morning, so you may not have had time to read that. There's definitely a lot of information there that you'll want to digest. And then David and I would really like to talk more with you all about that in detail, in the coming weeks and months as we determine whether that might be something we can do. But again, just an opportunity for some planning to help support the rural villages to, help increase their development efforts out there as well. So any other questions for me or the rest of the TSAP staff today?
Nope, Commissioner Paradiso and I already had a discussion regarding the potential for rural grants for planning. So that's a good thing. I'm glad you're on top of it, and I'm sure Tyler's read it as well. So you can call us. We were going to call you, but give us a call.
Wonderful. Sounds good.
Perfect.
Except we need a 2-week reprieve. You know that.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We're into July then. Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Okay, well, this sounds like something off of Professional News Network, but can we get the High Bridge update? What is our firm's name that does our consulting for us?
Yeah.
Mike Ditto update.
Yeah. I don't see them on right now.
I don't see them on.
Okay, well, that's
Got
good.
the written report, but
They're afraid we're going to ask about the Zoom meetings again, so they don't want to answer the question.
yeah.
Okay, so any other comments out there?
Hi guys, Hallie from Extension.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing too crazy here. All of our 4-Hers are away at Kelly's Island at camp this week. Tomorrow was their last day at camp, so they're having a grand time. Next week is our final sign up for Cloverbud Camp. So I'll put that in the chat box for you guys here. It is actually going to be on June 29th, but the last sign up is on Monday. So other than that, doing lots of work out in fields, doing a lot of research trials right now, lots of driving around the county. But then we're also preparing for county fair, all that good stuff, working with farmers market, you name it. We are busy bees right now, literally. So it's good to see you guys all, and just wanted to give you a brief update.
You were in charge of weather for the camp up north, Kelly's Island, I take it?
I'm sorry, what about weather?
You were in charge of the weather for the camping?
Yeah, I'll take that for now. We'll see how tomorrow and if we get rain tonight.
I think they'll be okay. Okay. Thank you, Holly. Anyone else out there, please? I saw Bryce for a second. Come on.
Perfect. Good morning, commissioners. Bryce Riggs.
Hold on.
All good, Tony? Perfect. Okay. Just want to give a quick update. 2 different items. One, the chamber side, had our golf outing last week, sold out with 40 teams, went really, really, really well. We have a ribbon cutting tonight for James Monthly Market, located across from Calvert. They're already expanded their business, and in the next section that was rose leaf flowers before. And so things are going well with that. And then as well, we launched our first member survey for the chamber. So far, gotten about 25% back in terms of response rate, but looking so far so good on that. Just trying to improve the long-term future of the chamber. The Visitors Bureau standpoint, Marissa's now been on staff for 3 weeks. She's learning quite a bit and definitely exploring our community and meeting a lot of our stakeholders. And I'm very impressed with the work that she's doing, what she's putting out. Today we just put out a post about 4th of July in Seneca County, highlighting all the different activities that are going on in all the communities, Fostoria, Green Springs, and Tiffin. And then we also have a group of 20 Airstreams visiting our community this week. And so we called our office last Friday, saying, hey, we're gonna go to the American Civil War Museum. And we'd like some guides. Well, that turned into, Deb took that conversation to the next level. We actually built a whole itinerary for them where they're gonna be visiting the Civil War Museum, the Glass Museum, third Thursdays, as well as tonight's Seneca County Museums event. They're gonna be shopping. They're gonna be doing a live glass cutting with Aiden Scully at Hawks Crystal, Tom Rogers, the Hawks Crystal store itself, Ralph's Story Living, Rustic Flair and Brush, Gilmore Ordnance, and then Drinks at the Renaissance. So we actually built an itinerary for them that they were originally just coming for a few days staying at Walnut Grove. And now we built literally an itinerary for them for the rest of the week into the weekend. So hopefully they'll spend quite a bit of money. 40 folks in total, 20 different Airstreams. So pretty cool for us, but things are really well. And we have our next bus tour coming in the community in the next few weeks and gearing up for that. So things are really happening here.
Very good. Nice job. Keep the letters coming.
I have a question for you, Bryce. By the way, thanks for the update and great job. Keep it up. I have not seen for a little while the bed tax revenue. Sales tax continues to amaze us. Revenue for the bed tax was down, but are you seeing a trend upward? Or is there too much of a lag to
Yeah, so from this Q1 of this year,
yeah.
and compared to Q1 last year, so I think it was kind of, pre-pandemic almost, and just the start of it, we were down roughly, I think 5% from Q1 from last year to this year. I mean, I obviously expect Q2 to be much better as the mandates come off, but yeah, I'm seeing a rebound quite a bit. So that's something we're looking forward to seeing increase. Our hotels, our conversations that we've had, when we were dropping off guides to them 2 weeks ago, the numbers are looking much better, if not pre-pandemic levels.
Yeah, do you have 19 numbers there? Can
I
you
do,
go back
yeah.
2 years? You don't.
So we were at, in Q1 of 2019, we were sitting a little about 29,000. And then this quarter, this year, we hit about 24,000. So $5,000 off.
So it's not it's off, but it's not as big of a cliff as one might have thought. But good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Bryce. Any additional public comment out there or questions?
Mike, Paul Harrison.
Yes, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Happy to report that the taxes are being printed as we speak and will be mailed probably tomorrow. So we'll start collecting revenue from that here in the next week or so. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm at home today because after the second attempt of trying to get kidney stones, I delivered 4 yesterday. So,
Ouch.
yeah, ouch is right.
Oh,
Especially that week in between was pretty bad. So, but I feel a lot better today than I did last week at this time, and hopefully be back beginning Monday. So that's all the treasurer has to report.
Thank you.
great.
Okay, anyone else out there? Okay, hearing none, I will accept a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of property acquisition.
So moved.
And I'll second that.
Thank you. Kylie?
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes, so this site will remain open. We will go into executive session separate of this site and come back. Again, we don't expect any action, but you're welcome to hang on if you wish. Thank you all. God bless. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Okay. Are we all back in our proper positions here?
We're back.
We're back. All right.
Hey, coach, let me in.
As I thought, there is no action as a result of the executive session. So I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Thank you, Tyler.
I'll second.
All right, just to make a note, we're back in a regular session at 11:13 a.m. And we are now adjourning at the same time. Kylie, roll call, please.
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes. Thank you all.
See you in July.